Hello, my name is Mike Johnson. I'm taking you on an inside and outside video tour of this 2023 Thor Windsport 31c, like brand spanking new condition motorhome. This is a low motorhome with like 3,000 miles, original miles on it. And this is a Windsport, which is similar to the Hurricane. The Windsport is like the GMC version to the Hurricane is like the Chevy version. So this is a little bit more upscale than the Hurricane. This one is like brand new. Doesn't have any scratches, dents. The roof looks like it just came out of the factory. The whole thing. This one is unique because it's got a walk-in closet in the bedroom and a king bed. The walk-in closet can be a full walk-in closet, or you could even possibly use it for a bunk bed for one kid, or a washer and dryer will fit back there. So it's got a walk-in closet. It's a short floor plan motorhome. It's only a 31 footer. So as we take a look inside and outside, up on the roof, down underneath, I'm going to point out the little checklist. What does this have that's really cool? First of all, yes, this has the genuine 22.5 aluminum wheels. Most motorhomes don't have aluminum wheels, but this one does. The big 22.5 size gives it a little bit smoother ride when you're going cross country. Another pointing out, as we're on the driver's side here, both slide outs open to the driver's side. So that means when you go to show up at your campground, there's no slide out on the campground side. Nothing to bump your head on. Now, to give you a better perspective, while we're looking at the motorhome from this direction, let's pause here for a minute, take a look at the floor plan and specifications. As you're looking at the floor plan here, you can see the measurements of the beds and also the fluid capacities, how long is the motorhome, how wide is it, how tall is it. This is your floor plan and specifications. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, you should be watching it on your big giant screen TV at home, or rewind, pause it, screen capture it, floor plan and specifications. So as we're looking at this, you notice this is like brand new. It's glossy, just came out of the factory, glossy exterior condition. This one is not faded or oxidized at all. It looks like it's been inside a warehouse its whole life since it was built. It is a 2023 year model. We're going to start by going inside, then we're going to come out, we're going to look at the cargo compartments and underneath and on the roof. Before we do, this has the outside entertainment system. Exterior TV with soundbar package. 31C floor plan. Let's go inside. So as we go inside the 31C Windsport, you might notice it has accent lighting under the counter. It's got LED lighting all throughout the coach. Manufacturer started putting LED lights in RVs around 2014, 15. This one has the newest updated generation of LED lights, and it has a touchpad control center which you can control with your smartphone. So slide outs require the engine on, awning, engine off, leveling jacks, engine on, all of the generator. You can start and stop from here. You got master lights. Look, all the lights are on at the touch of the control. You can turn off most of the lights. There are a few with switches on the individual lights where you touch the little switch on the bottom of the light to turn it on and off. Those are easy access on and off lights, but you can also hit master on and turn on most of the lights. It has cargo lights. The cargo light on this one has a timer. If you turn the cargo lights on and you forget to turn them off after so many minutes, like 20 minutes, something like that, they turn off by themselves. This has a residential refrigerator, not the little flimsy RV refrigerator. Look, there's ice in here. We have solid block of ice in this refrigerator. We have cold drinks in here. It's clean RV refrigerator. It has a little safety lock so that when you're going zigzagging through the mountain switchbacks, your refrigerator door is not going to come flying open with all the weight of drinks on the door and stuff like that. So when you're traveling, always close this little latch to keep your refrigerator doors from flying open. We have privacy doors to isolate the bathroom and the bedroom area from the living room area. Privacy to isolate. Also, these doors are adjustable at the top. There's little adjustments. You can adjust these for very easily. Close the door. Secure it for travel. There's another privacy door to isolate the master bedroom from the rest of the RV. We have a king size bed in here. Giant king size bed. This has storage drawers under the bed. That's your circuit breaker panel, and that's your fuse panel for the RV. It has a walk-in closet. This is one of the only floor plans that has a walk-in closet. You can close off the closet door or open it up, and it looks like a bunk bed area because there's no hanging clothes on your clothes hangers. This is your roof access ladder stowed in here. This is the front table to be used between the driver's seats. And then you hang up your clothes in here. You can have a his and hers, or a hers and his. And then you have your wardrobe drawers for your socks and your assorted garments you want to bring along. This has lights in here. There's a little switch right here you can get to. It's got power outlets. They say you could even put a washer and dryer in here. According to Thor, this supports washer and dryer in one of these compartments if you choose to. An RV washer and dryer could be installed. I think some places like Camping World say they'll do it for $50 installation. I don't know if that's what they'll really charge. Sometimes they promote that. Next to the bed, there is power outlets. This is a USB outlet. There's storage, double-decker storage. So you have storage up here and storage down there. So you have a lot of room to keep your gizmos and gadgets. You have power outlet, 12-volt outlet. You have a 110-volt outlet on the other side. 110-volt outlet next to the bed. So you can be charging your laptop. You have storage over the bed. Those easy to access night lights over the bed. Throughout the coach, you have these on-off control panels to turn systems on and off. So on this one, the sink is separate from the restroom. The restroom is over here. So you have another sink over here. Sink, shower, glass enclosure. Open this up, and then there you go, you're ready to go. Your toilet, of course. This is a full RV septic with a large capacity. When I showed you how long it is, how wide is it, that also shows the water capacities on the floor plan that I showed at the beginning of the video. You should have paused it on your giant screen TV and taken a picture, but I'll include that in my picture so you can zoom in on it as well. Right here, your medicine cabinets, nicely lighted and good feng shui on the way everything is laid out. This is your oven, 3-burner cooktop with a glass countertop extension. These LED lights, you can turn them on and off. When you turn it on, I can't light it with 2 hands because this is safety knobs. You have to push and hold while you turn it on. When the burner is on, it turns red. The LED indicates that the gas is on for that burner. This will do it too if you just turn it on, but gas won't come out unless you light it by pushing and holding, and then when it's lit, it'll lock on. If I just try to turn it on and relight it because it's hot, it will relight, but that's the purpose of the red. So these are safety. You have to push and hold to retain the gas flow until it's on and ignited. But you can close your glass cooktop, and you have countertop extension. You have a really big microwave up overhead, maybe a 1.5, 2 cubic foot, something like that microwave. Wardrobe storage overhead, or pantry storage. Actually, there's more pantry storage over here. There's a lot of storage in here. They got the really nice drawers that pull out, Woodcrafter built storage drawers. And this oven has a really nice drawer to match the oven. I'm going to point out, this is a bigger 21-inch oven. Some RVs only have a smaller 17-inch oven. This is the larger oven that's for people who like to cook. This is a much bigger oven than usually what you get in a motorhome. And then we have sink covers for our stainless steel sink. It's been cleaned. It's nice and clean in there. We've got a countertop extension over here, which can be locked in the up position. You have your dinette that can go down and turn into a bed. I'm going to include pictures to show you what it looks like as a bed, because I don't want the video to be too long. There is storage drawers. There are power outlets all throughout the coach. Power outlet under the cabinets. This has an inverter, so the inverter will power assorted systems in the RV, including the refrigerator. It's a very nice setup. There's also a cabinet right here next to the entryway for like raincoats or longer coats, trench coats. Storage, speakers, storage, HDMI switching unit, and a DVD or Blu-ray player with HDMI output. If you have a satellite gizmo, you can put it right there, or a Fire Stick, you know, or Chromecast. You can plug your Chromecast right here to the HDMI distribution box and select, and it'll feed to all the TVs in the coach, so everybody could be watching at the same time from the same source. Or you can plug the gizmos into each TV individually and watch separate. That's easy to do on this coach. There's more storage there, more power outlet. There's a lot of power outlets in here. So if you're just 2 people, or if you're a family of 4, there's a lot of room. I'm going to show you pictures with the bunk lowered down. I'm going to show you how to lower the bunk because people always don't know how to do it. So the bunk does not operate from that control. The bunk operates from over here. To make sure you can move it, you push bunk up, because it has safety pins in there to keep it from coming down when you're driving. When it's up, I have the safety pins out already. You just pull these safety pins out, and then you can lower the bunk from right here. And you want to watch and make sure it's not going to pinch anything. Everything comes down, the cabinets, the fans, they all lower down. And this mattress up here is still covered in plastic. You know, sometimes you buy a used motorhome and somebody slept on the bed, but this one is still covered in its original sealed plastic wrap. not yet dirtied or soiled in any way with any cooties or anything else. Sealed in plastic, factory installed mattress. So when you get the motorhome and you own it, you could take that plastic off, no problem. And then the bunk goes all the way up. You cannot store stuff up there when the bunk is in the up position. You have to put it all the way up and lock it in place when you're driving. Other motorhomes like the Thor Ace have cubbies up there, you know, but if you did have a gun or something, you could probably put it underneath the mattress, put it up there and lock it in, and it might be safer from thieves, you know, to store your weapon if you're not going to have kids sleeping up there. So these pins, remember I'm working with one hand holding the camera. You always put these pins in. And this has the latest and greatest, most reliable stuff in it. Everything seems to be working correctly. There's cup holders behind this sofa bed. I'm going to show a picture of the sofa bed in sleep configuration. I'm going to include in the video a picture of this all configured for sleep. Bed down, everything ready for sleep. And if you notice, our TVs are playing over-the-air broadcast. We are not connected to cable. We're not using satellite. This is just over-the-air. Right now it's on California, Southern California, NBC Channel 4. But because it's on a TV antenna, using your TV tuner, we have over-the-air broadcast. So again, 4.2, 4.3, 4.4, 5.1. That's all these TV stations, like 150. Every time you get in the RV and you go to a different location, you just go have the kids do it. Go to menu, go over to channels, add or skip channels, and it auto programs all the channels, so the TV will get the channels that are local to that area. But it's really important to make sure the TV antenna booster is on when you do that. In the cabinet there is a little green antenna booster. The little green light has to be on for you to get over-the-air broadcast. The little green LED up here, you see this little thing? If I push this button, the light's off. No TV. The light's on, we get TV. Now, if you brought a cable with you and you want to connect to the RV provided cable, then you turn that amplifier off and rescan for cable TV, and the TVs will pick up cable TV. Again, if you want over the air, you have the little green light on and scan for over the air channels. But yeah, this is NBC4 Los Angeles, giving us our live broadcast over the air, free. And we're running both air conditioners. Both air conditioners do run on generator at the same time. When you're driving down the road, that's fine too. If you want privacy in your walk-in closet, you just close the door and keep your closet closed, and it will stay secured in the closed position. It's very rare to find a walk-in closet. Now, everybody always says, I want to see what the RV looks like with the slides closed. How much room do you have? This one, king-size bed, it's very simple. You just lift it up, flip it over, it's out of the way, and then this bed, the slide-in comes in quite a lot. Make sure everything is clear. With the engine running, we're going to go to the slide menu. Of course, you can do this on your phone. We're going to retract the bedroom slide, and then the slide comes in. It's a piece of cake. They work really well. If you keep your finger on the button, they just come right on in. You can use your smartphone to be outside watching it go out, to make sure you don't hit a tree or a wall or something else. You can control it from your phone. Now it's all the way in. Now we're going to retract the front slide, which is a full room slide out. It's a pretty big slide. Some of the short motorhomes have slides that are a lot smaller than this. Now this comes in, it's long and deep. So it really opens up the motorhome. So when you close it up, yes, you can still get to the restroom. We're just holding the button on the touchscreen with now this light is in, and we have room to walk to the driver's seat. If the front table was in there, it would be a little bit more crowded, but we have room to walk to the restroom. This slide does not interfere with the ability to open the restroom door to get in and out of the restroom when you're on the road. And you can also still get to your walk-in closet with the slide closed, which I have the light off in there now. Here's another look. King size bed. King size bed is folded over, out of the way. So you have a lot more room to move around in here. You know, even if you had to go to Home Depot and get a 4x8 sheet of plywood to board up your windows, you could even fit that stuff in here. You go to Home Depot, you open the slide, you bring in your lumber, you could fit it in here. You don't need a pickup truck anymore. You could, all this room with the slide closed. This is one of the most spacious RVs I've had with the slides closed, and it's a shorter floor plan. It's only a 31 footer. So that's pretty impressive. We're gonna go for a test drive now. Let's count seatbelts. 1 seatbelt, 2 seatbelt, 3 seatbelts, 4 seatbelt, 5 seatbelt, 6, 7. So you have seatbelts for 7 people. Point out, this has that satin gray interior color, which is very rare. I've only had a few motorhomes that had this color. I had a 2007 that had this same color. And it was like a special sport edition. It looks really nice in here. It looks very modern compared with you know, some people are not into the wood grain. This is factory. This was not painted by the owner. This came factory. This was a special order color configuration. So it's pretty unique. So don't let it get away. Grab this one before somebody else gets it. So we're test driving the Thor Windsport. Right now the odometer has 3,974 miles. We're displaying navigation map through Apple CarPlay wirelessly with a little dongle just plugged in the USB port. We have excellent visibility thanks to our ability to look right down the side of the motorhome, and we have our little doggy window down there, so if you have your little doggy, your doggy can look out. Also, you can use that to see if any vehicle is in your blind spot, bicyclist, pedestrian, whatever. This has really nice side view cameras. When I turn on my right turn signal, I have side view cameras, which I can see very clearly with my eyes. The screen settings are turned dark. If I go left side, I have left side view camera with the left signal, and then I have a backup camera. It makes it easy to maneuver. It has even sunshades on the side view cameras on the mirrors. We have a power sunshade which rolls down so you can drive head on into the sunrise or the sunset. So power front sunshade. You have dash fans up there. Those are really good in the winter time to help you defrost your window if you're making a winter drive, because this RV is kind of configured so you could use it in the winter time where it's below freezing and your tanks are protected. So I see a little cul-de-sac here in this neighborhood. We're going to back down the cul-de-sac using our side view camera and our backup camera. Now this has the V8 big block advanced Ford V8. The older motorhomes had the V10. This has the V8 engine. That's your backup camera. I don't know if you can see. There's a lot of sun glare for the video camera to record from the screen. But I can, with my eyes, see my mirrors, and I can see my camera for visibility, backing down the cul-de-sac with no problem. But yeah, this has the big block V8 engine, which it has all steering wheel controls here for the cruise control, and even for the radio. I can control the radio from the steering wheel controls. With the radio control, I can touch my button here and request camera view at any time by pressing the backup camera. So if I want to use my backup camera as a rear view mirror, I just hit a little button on the steering wheel. We can control the giant screen, and this is a gigantic 10-inch screen. We can control that screen with the steering wheel controls. So we do have radio control from the steering wheel controls. That's a new innovation. The older motorhomes wouldn't do that. State-of-the-art technology. It does have tow haul mode. This little button on the shifter here turns on a little towing mode, and that's really good to use when you're in the mountains. You should always use tow haul mode when you're going up, or especially when you're going down mountains, because when you're in tow haul mode and you step on the brake, the engine will help you slow down as a grade braking from the engine, so you don't wear your brakes out coming down a mountain. So that's tow haul mode is extremely useful, and you should always use it in the mountains when you're driving a motorhome. It'll lower the wear and tear of your actual mechanical brakes and save you from squeaky brakes conditions, because you're not going to overheat your brakes coming down a hill. So always tow haul mode in the mountains. Once you've arrived at your parking spot or campground, a place that you decided, you know, a scenic turnout on the main travel route where you might want to pull over and level the coach, have lunch, this has fully automatic hydraulic leveling jacks, and it has a power sunshade. So and when you're in the big Walmart parking lot, you can lower your front sunshade all the way down, and then set your foot parking brake down there, turn on your leveling jack control panel. Now if you're in a spot that's really pretty level, you can just hit the automatic leveling button right there. But I don't recommend use auto leveling unless the place where you're at is pretty level already. I normally recommend you use semi-auto, left to right. And to do semi-auto, you can lower your jacks by pressing the manual button. First you have to set the parking brake, then you can push the manual button or the auto. We're in manual mode right now, and then we just press left side first. Or if you're in a scenic turnout and the RV is leaning to the right, here's the thing. Leveling to the left or right doesn't mean that the front or rear has to be level. You can just level it on one side only, just like if the nose is pointed down and leaning to the right, you can just lift up on the right side to make it more even for walking. So if you wanted to just raise the right side, it will lower the two jacks on the right side down until they contact the ground and start lifting on the right, which it's doing now. If you say, that's a little bit more than I wanted to go, you can then lower the left side and bring it to level. Now you never want to level a coach where it lifts the front or rear tires off the ground. The tire should always be in contact with the ground for safety reasons. So if you had auto leveled it and your campsite is not level enough and your front tires are off the ground, you should retract your jacks and try again with just left or right. Now this is not that long of a motorhome. It's a little bit shorter floor plan, so it fits in a lot of campsites that the longer ones don't. So there's less risk of lifting the tires off the ground, but it does happen in some campgrounds, which are not graded very well. There's a lot of campgrounds I've seen in different places that you might stay where only leveling left and right to get it even to the left and right would be appropriate. I have a lot of little menus that I can toggle through here, which it shows, actually it will show your gas mileage. Gas mileage you can get on this motorhome is about 8 miles per gallon. Right now it's saying fuel economy 6.9, but that's because we're idling it. But when I was driving it from Nevada to California, I was getting about 8 miles per gallon. But depends how fast you drive. It tells, right now we're getting 0 because we're not going anywhere. But it's short-term average of about 100 miles is 6.9 miles per gallon. 211 miles till empty. And you've got different menus, driver assist menu, settings, trip 1, trip 2, all kinds of things that you can do from your steering wheel controls. This one on the right is for the radio, this one on the left is for your dash display, and this is here for your cruise control. You also have little switches, fog light switch, emergency start, that's jump start. The car is set up with its own jumper cables built in. There's 2 separate sets of batteries, and it's possible to jump start the engine from the house batteries if that becomes necessary. This is your sunshade to raise or lower your sunshade. Your cab interior dome light switch, turn on your dome lights. Start or stop the generator. Your fan right there, I can turn on the fan. Oh, the horn works. I didn't mean to honk the horn. All these little controls for the radio are right here. USB port for the radio where you plug in your Apple CarPlay, and then you have CarPlay display. And the air conditioning is blowing nice and cold right now. Power points and USB ports scattered throughout. This is USB ports and 12-volt power points. Power mirrors. Some RVs don't have power mirrors. This one does, with heated mirrors. And new for this series, you have automatic headlights. So if you set your headlights in auto, they come on in the dark. And there's a sensor up on the dashboard. So if you have your headlights in auto, your headlights will come automatically in the nighttime, like most modern cars. That's something new for this motorhome. Tilt steering wheel and power driver's seat. Point out, this has the outside TV and entertainment system, and you can control the entire RV from your smartphone. Now I'm controlling it from my smartphone because I downloaded the VegaTouch app. I'm going to open the main patio awning by touch of a button on my phone here. Now this has the armless awning with wind sensing. Actually, it's a vibration sensor. If your awning starts flapping in the wind because the wind speed is picking up too high, it will detect that and auto retract into the motorhome. As long as the house power is on, it will do it. It's a very clean awning. There's no stains in the awning. It's really, really nice and clean. And then it's an armless design. You could pull your pickup truck underneath the awning into the shade if you were in a campground that allowed for it. Or your car. You've got shade under your awning. It's a very large patio awning. This is called the Latitude. The model of the awning is a Latitude awning. It's factory on pretty much 2017 and newer Hurricanes, most of them, and Windsports and some other models. Also, I can retract it from a touch of the button on my phone app. It's rewinding back into the coach. You can also control all the lights. For example, we have the awning LED light strip going across. See it there blinking on and off? It looks real nice in the outdoors. Take a look at the cargo compartments.
This has large pass-through rotomolded cargo compartments that go deep all the way across. Propane hookup, your propane tank for cooking, barbecuing, heating, hot water. Big 22.5-inch aluminum alloy wheels with a smoother riding tires. That's your water tanks for your onboard water. Onboard batteries. Deep cycle batteries for your power supply, and then additional pass-through rotomolded compartments, passes through all the way to the other side with your main drain. And look, there's two wide, there's a very large front cargo compartment. More views of your aluminum wheels as we go to the other side. The slide outs are both on the on the driver's side, but you do have pass-through to both sides. So you can access fishing poles or folding tables. Large or long items will fit. And then you have a smaller compartment. This compartment is your inverter mounted up on top there. That's a power inverter. And then you have your waste dump tank area. Aluminum wheels of big Michelin tires. Very nice, smooth riding tires. And all of these compartments are lighted, and the lights, you can control it from your smartphone, and if you forget to turn them off, they go off automatically. More storage on the floor level, large storage compartment there. The generator's running right now, so we have the generator producing some sound. That's your fuel, a left rear fuel point, and a smooth running RV generator. Going underneath, there's no fluid leaks. You have a large 80-gallon fuel tank for your gasoline. Your hydraulic leveling jacks are mounted on the rear. Your 8,000-pound rated tow hitch and 7-pin connector and a 4-pin connector, so you don't need any adapters. It's ready to go. Let's close look at your 80-gallon of fuel capacity. Now at a quarter tank, the generator will run out of fuel, so you don't strand yourself. You got mud flaps. This RV is almost brand new, so the tires are almost brand new. Differential has the parking brake mounted on it. It's safer than the older design when the parking brake mounted on the back of the transmission. And then your catalytic converter is brand new condition from the factory. Your transmission, your engine, your steering, no fluid leaks. Hydraulic system, everything is working perfectly on this 2023 barely used at all motorhome. You got transmission coolers, windshield wiper fluids, anti-sway bars, stabilizer bars. It has upgraded for 2020 suspension design. The newer design for the V8, it has a slightly different suspension design, new and improved. Look at your leveling jacks, your exhaust system. The roto-molded storage compartments will never rust because they're made out of plastic. And you can see your drive line and your exhaust all the way to the rear axle. All your tires, wheels, perfect condition. Generator, very low hours. Up on the roof we have dual air conditioners that run perfectly from the smaller generator. These are soft start air conditioning that has a full fiberglass roof. It has a Wi-Fi booster TV antenna. It has weatherproof vent covers and a big 200 watt solar panel up on the roof so keep your batteries charged. And that is expandable. If you say, hey, I need more solar panels, you can add more solar panels in series or series parallel or parallel to the existing solar panel. So you can crank up your solar output with more solar panels if you need it, but that one is a pretty powerful panel, so it's probably good enough. These are 13.5 BTU AC units with soft starting. You have both awnings for keeping the sun, rain, acorns. You know, when you're parked under a tree, the squirrels will throw acorns on top of your RV, and they'll hit these slide topper awnings and roll off the side. If you didn't have those and you put the slide in, all those acorns would still be sitting on top of the slide out, and so if you slam on the brake, they'll all hit the driver in the back. That doesn't happen when you have slide topper awnings. They're very important, and not all motorhomes have those.
So my name is Mike Johnson. Thank you for watching my video tour of this Thor Windsport 31c motorhome. If you have questions, you can call between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. But make sure you check our website, see if the motorhome is still available, or if we have something you might like even better. Go to the website, mybestcar.com. If you're paying for a motorhome from us, your check is going to pay to the order of a buyer's choice. If you're watching this video and somebody tells you to pay somebody else, don't do it. It's a scam. Your check will only go to a buyer's choice in Southern California. Also, if you're watching this video and somebody tells you your vehicle can be shipped to you, motorhomes cannot be shipped. They are too tall. The legal height limit in the United States is 13 feet 6 inches. So they don't put motorhomes on the back of transports and deliver them that way. It doesn't happen. So you're watching this video, and the video is dated and copyrighted at the time of this filming. Thank you for watching.